All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Western BCA Lincoln City 8-ball championships for 2024. This is a Bronze 2 division finals match between Chris Brogan and Logan Metcalf. And we're about to get the show started here pretty soon. Players are just getting their equipment ready, getting a bathroom break. We're running a little bit behind. This was supposed to be scheduled for 10:30, but the previous match went hill, and we had to wait for it. This is Patrick Nix. I'll be commentating this match. They will be playing this on the EvoSports live stream platform that is offered to bars and pool halls around the area. to have the players be able to live stream their own matches without using any kind of technology or setting up any kind of equipment. And looks like Logan wins the coin toss and is going to get this thing started here. And I'm going to bring in my co-commentator from the Thurston County area, a league operator out of there, Mr. Eric Sawyer. Welcome to the booth.
Hi there, Patrick. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining.
Forward to a good match. Well familiar with Chris Brogan. Not familiar at all with Logan Metcalf. We'll see what kind of match we have.
Yeah, so I was talking with Logan, and he's from the Grants Pass, Oregon area, and he's only been playing pool for about 3 years. He's played in a local men's league, I guess, just a non-sanctioned league, and then he joined BCA about 2 years ago, and this is his first tournament ever.
Wow!
So this is his first time playing in a tournament. All right, so dry break from Logan and Chris Brogan to the table to get things started. He's got some options here. Chris Brogan, a player out of the Thurston County area, is that correct?
Yeah, plays out of Elma, Washington.
And again, I've got Eric Sawyer in the booth, who's the league operator for Thurston County and Grays Harbor. Is that correct?
Thurston County and Grays Harbor County.
So okay.
Got 3 different divisions in the area.
And now Chris Brogan has been playing in your league for a number of years, you said?
Yeah, at least 10 years or so.
Okay. And this is his first time getting this far in one of these events.
I believe so.
Oh, nice shot there on the 1 ball to get started.
Yeah, went through the A side, played for the point, and he did drop that match to Logan.
Yeah, he played Logan earlier for the point, and I believe it was 4-0 was the score.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
So I wonder if that's going to have anything to do with the mental side of this game. You know, you're playing in a guy that you have to beat twice in a row now, and he's already defeated you 4-0.
Yeah. He is coming off a pretty good 3rd place match. Played Janet Thomas, went to the hill, and that game definitely had some swings to it. So Chris came through, and he's shooting real well.
That's good to hear. Good for him, and good for both of these players, Logan and Chris. Congrats to both of them for making it this far. Any tournament that you play in, no matter what division, it's a grueling grind to the finish line. You've got to put everything out there for 3 straight days. And a lot of times when you're new to the game, you don't get a lot of sleep the night before, and it's just you're running on sheer adrenaline.
Yes, especially if it's, for Logan doing so well in his first time here. You walk in here and you see the 70+ tables lined up. It's a little awe-inspiring.
It's a little daunting, a little intimidating.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. we've all been there. Where at the first time that we've been to one of these events, it's, you know, I played in the silver division the first time I came here, and I absolutely just dogged every. I played good until I got to the 8-ball, and then I choked the 8-ball, and I'm like, what am I doing? It was so intimidating to me to be in, you know, in a situation like this. And now it's, you know, with a lot of experience, it's become more normal.
Smart play there by Chris.
Yeah. Taking some real estate.
Yeah. And not leaving much for Logan, but I would imagine Logan might do the same thing. Might shoot that. Was that the 13, I believe? Maybe make the 6 and kind of open up that pocket for him.
Yeah, the 11 or the 13
Oh,
could
11.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this 11 ball
Yeah.
could certainly play into that ball. I kind of like that.
Table 42, Bill Barrows at gate 4. Bill goes to 4.
You could even call it. You might even want to call it here because you might have the 15 next, right? You got to pocket the ball though, so you don't want to leave his soldier there because even though it's completely blocked, Logan may have an opportunity. Sorry, Chris may have an opportunity to pocket that ball by hitting another ball into the stripe.
Yeah, I would think that you're probably going to shoot the combo here, and then
another
3-6 combo, and
yep, combo
knocks that 15 out of there.
Yep. So those of you watching at home, I think, you know, he's got the. Oh, is he going to go straight at the 6? So if he's got room, I don't necessarily. Yeah, he hit the.
Oh, okay, a little carom shot. And
was it an open table then?
No, he nicked the 3 ball and then made the 6.
Oh, I see.
Chris is
solid. Right. Okay, I wasn't paying attention that he actually hit the 3 first.
Yeah, he nicked the 3. And he didn't get
not
much of a leave there.
Not a bad shot, but the leave was the hard part of that one.
Yes.
Okay. Looks like he is asking for a ref to come and watch.
10 to get on 15.
He's really jacked up, and that's hampering his queuing position, but nicely played.
Yeah, that's real good.
Yeah, I don't like those shots where I have to really jack up on the ball. It wasn't too close to the 3, but it was close enough to really impact.
Yeah, bit of an angle here, and I assume he probably is going to want to get on that 9 next.
Bob Ruby and E. Evans. Bob goes to 5. B goes to
Coming
2.
down for the 15. And
Yeah, that 3 ball is going to get right in its path.
Table 63, Todd Bodenhammer.
Very unfortunate. He was looking really good for the run out here.
Yep.
So opportunity now.
Table 66, Heather Norberg and Chris Erickson.
you can see the 9.
Both
Doesn't
going
have
to
a
4
pocket,
on
but
table
we'll see what
66.
Chris comes up with here.
Table 67, Aaron Moss and Kanan Mullins. Both going to 4 on table 67.
Okay, so that's going to foul because he came off the rail and hit that 3 ball first.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Ruben was distracting me.
We got a Dustin Mouton in the chat saying, "Let's go, Logan. Bring that first place back home to Grants Pass, Oregon." And Logan Metcalf in the chat himself says, "Let's go." Of course, that might be his significant other over there that's got his phone.
Possibly.
I hope so. Like I never recommend players getting involved in the chat when they're in a match. You know, you don't want anything to distract you from the task at hand.
Agreed. Kind of learned that the hard way last year. So I just kind of set the phone aside.
You certainly don't want to listen to the commentary during the match, that's for sure. But you can't because there's no headphones allowed at this event.
Yeah.
And they're far enough away that they will never hear our voices. So, Logan, I like his pattern so far. He did get a little on the wrong side of this 4, but let's see how well he does bringing that cue ball down to the bottom rail and back out. Yeah, he hit that a little soft, and that's going to give him a lot of distance. So put a little more pace on that ball, use the rail, bring it back. You know, he could have brought it back another 3 feet to have lots of options on either the 2, the 3, or the 5. So now he's faced with a more difficult shot on the 5, but still in the game here. Good stroke.
Really nice stroke.
Yeah, I like how smooth he followed through on that.
Yes.
He didn't jerk or get up or anything, just keeping it simple, like you said.
Looking right at that 3 in the side. Imagine a 3-6-2. Get yourself on the 8.
Yeah, 3 ball in the side, and should be able to stop for the 6.
Yeah.
And then the 2 ball.
2 up table. And he's got to go past the 9 for the 8.
Yeah, then the shape on the 8 is going to be the hardest part of this rack.
Yeah.
You know, ideally, the ideal world is you probably want 3 ball as your setup ball for the 8, but that's just not possible because of where he's at. And I have Eric Sawyer, the league operator from Thurston County, who is familiar with Chris Brogan, in the booth with me.
Thank you all for tuning in today.
Yeah, we've got quite a group, about 40 live people watching. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you imagine playing on a pool table and 40 people are standing around watching you play, it would be quite a crowd, wouldn't
It
it?
would be a little crowded, yeah.
I see Logan has lots of fans in the chat. See if we can get some Olympia people in the YouTube chat to root on Chris.
I know there's some of them out there watching.
Yeah. The chat seems to be a little bit one-sided right now in favor of Logan Metcalf. Let us know you're out there if you're watching. Okay. A little disappointed with himself for that miss, but I'll tell you what, I kind of like missing that ball versus making that ball with the situation of where things are lying.
Yeah.
I prefer to leave it hanging in the pocket than to drop it and not have a clear way to get out.
Logan definitely still has some work ahead of him on this rack. A couple clear shots, but the 2, 5, and the 7, had no answers for those so far.
Scott Jorgensen in the chat says GP strong. I'm sure that's Grants Pass.
Grants Pass, yeah.
Here they got a pretty decent pool community out there.
No, I've been through there once.
All right, he likes to play the 6 ball. Looking like he's getting low on the cue ball. Maybe draw for position on the 4 next. Yep, good stroke. He's going to have to reach. He's a right-handed player, so this is going to be a bit of a reach for him. To play this 4 ball, he might elect to use the bridge, I would say, unless he... Well, he's a pretty tall.
He is pretty tall.
He's a pretty
kid,
tall,
so
pretty tall kid. I guess for me, I might use the bridge, but he's a pretty tall guy. So, yeah, he's got no problem reaching that. I guess a left-handed player would be a more difficult reach. So he's putting his balls in the holes, but I don't see a clear way for him to get the 2 ball and 7 ball loosened up here over here. So he's going to have to really figure that out, but he might end up playing a safety somewhere in here where he pockets the 14 with the 5 ball. What's he doing here? Is he gonna go
he's shooting that 1? I assume he's okay.
Oh, and pocket the 14? That was nicely done. So
takes care of the 5 ball issue, but still have that 2-7.
yeah, now this is a dangerous shot if you're going to go fully aggressive here and try to play this 5 in the side with pace. It does allow you the opportunity to maybe bring the cue ball into this pile and try to do a breakout shot, but you are rolling the dice because if you break that out and miss the shot, okay, he's not taking that, which I kind of agree with.
I take the bait.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
And so now Chris Brogan with an opportunity, and my intuition here is to just bump that 12 ball out of there, get the 12 out somewhere in here, and don't worry about this because this does not help. You know, he's going to, if you can get your ball out and he's still got problems, now you have the advantage of the table.
That 12 ball looks like it's on the rail. So
yeah,
frozen. So it'd be kind of hard kiss that out with the side pocket being so close.
Okay, so now Chris is only left with the 12 ball on the table, and that's a bad situation to be in, where the only ball you have is a problem ball, and he still has 4 balls left. You're
If it's not frozen, I mean, all he can really do is bump it. But if it's frozen, he does not have a good angle at this.
yeah. There's no way for us to know if it's frozen to the rail or not here.
So,
17 and 18.
Got a match with each other.
Yeah.
Chris is waiting for a player on the next table to shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, and the table right next to them is a gold third place match between Chris Robbins and her opponent, but and so they want to be respectful of each other because both of these matches on these two tables are worth a lot of money to the players.
Good for Chris. I didn't realize that was a gold match there. Good for her getting in the third place match.
Yeah, Chris, what's his last name again?
I'm Chris Robbins.
Chris Robbins. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I
yes.
don't know the gentleman there, but
yeah.
I met her at the October, I believe it's October event, and really nice. Okay.
All right.
Traded one problem for another, huh?
Yeah. So let's see how this will kind of tell you the way that Logan decides to go about this will give you an idea of his level of skill.
Yeah.
You know, I tend to look at the decisions that players make as much as I do their stroke and mechanics, because decisions are important when it's down to this level. Let's see how he decides to.
I'm good with shooting the 5 ball as long as it leads my
It leads to a breakout of
Leads
some
to
sort or a safety position.
safety. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So I imagine he did play safe earlier, kind of like this. He'll probably just tap that 7 ball.
Yeah, I like that. I like just coming right into the 7,
Yeah.
bring the cue ball sort of this way, but don't break those out.
Yeah.
Just get the 7 off the rail and leave him in trouble and force him to.
Shooting a 3, it looks like.
Okay.
Kind of like that. I mean, the 3 there, I guess it's not in the way of the bank.
Uh-oh. He's
Was
going
in
to
the
come
way
up
of
and bump out the 12. It does leave a bank opportunity for Chris.
Yep. Sure does.
And if he can somehow not touch the 2-3, I don't think they're wired to go to the pocket. They don't look like they're really.
Not wired.
It looks like they're sort of, you know,
Yeah.
the line just sort of takes them,
Yeah.
you know, into the rail here. So if he can avoid, that's
All right.
nice. I like that shot. Doesn't go for the bank, just gets it out and puts it into a shootable position for next time. And I think he recognized as well, Chris did, that that is not a wired combo.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah, you always want to look at that. If it's wired, of course, he can't play that shot because it'll give Logan a very easy opportunity to get out. So let's see what Logan does here. Almost.
He's
What is he? Is he
getting
trying to
real
cut this?
Close to that.
He's going to try to combo this. And I just didn't see that happening at all. So here we have a very, very, very difficult small side pocket. If you want to, it is available to cut. It's got to be done at a very slow speed, and it's not a. It does come with automatic position on the 8 ball, so that's the
Yeah.
benefit of that shot. But it's nervy.
To say the least.
It's nervy. If you miss it, you know your opponent's going to have a good opportunity to have a chance to win this rack. But if you make it, you can win the game on it. And
Yeah.
so I think that you do. Do you roll the dice on that really small side pocket, or do you try to bank this or play safe? What are you looking for here, Eric?
The only saving grace, okay, he went to play safe, which
Kind of put it back in trouble, though.
yeah, which I mean that's the patient part of the game, which I like the fact that he tried that. That was a really difficult shot on the side.
It was. Nervy was
Yeah,
the word
The
I
only
used. I'm sure there's other words as
upside
well.
would have been if you miss, it probably does kind of
It-
mess
it-
with the 8-ball.
Yeah, you could miss and leave it, kind of at a slow pace. You could
Yeah.
leave it right in here, and that's going to make the 8-ball kind of troublesome for your opponent.
Yeah.
But it also will put a lot of pressure on your opponent if your ball's hanging right by the side pocket. So
Sure.
leaving your ball in trouble doesn't really help. Now on this shot from Logan, I would want to take that 7 off of the rail first and leave that 3 on the table.
Pretty good safety here if he chooses. Oh,
Yeah. And sometimes players at this level, they do kind of think more on the offensive side, and so he might be looking at, cutting this ball and then with bringing the cue ball up to this area to play the 2 next. It is there.
get to the middle
It's
of
just
the table.
it's not the highest percentage, right?
No.
The high percentage is to play safe, get yourself back to the table. And
Just kinda overrolled
this is going to
that.
scratch.
No.
No, it's going to be almost as bad as a scratch. It's corner hooked in there. Tapping his cue. So he had the opportunity to just play a nice, easy safety with that 7. He had plenty of coverage with the 2 ball sitting there. And let your opponents get you out of trouble. Don't feel like you always have to get yourself out of the trouble. Let your opponent struggle with it.
That was one of those shots. You just need to bring it to the center of the table, and even then you have a difficult shot. So
Yeah.
underroll it or overroll it.
Now he's looking at 2 rails here, and being that he's corner hooked, I don't know that he can see sort of that natural path to get you to the ball, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that he can see that. He might have to
He's
go.
following your line there, Patrick. That's pretty good.
I hope so. I mean, that's yeah.
Oh,
I didn't see.
okay.
He didn't because he was corner hooked. That was a great shot there.
Wow.
Being corner hooked like that, he didn't have the ability. I think he could only get the ball, the cue ball to hit right around there.
In my opinion, it's so much more difficult going one rail at it. It seems
It is. Oh, you're absolutely
easier.
right. The ball is so
the
much
2
bigger.
railer just kind of feeds into it.
Right. But the 2 railer, he needed to get down.
Yeah.
He needed to hit that cue ball down to here, and he just
Didn't see
didn't.
it.
I don't think he had that available to him, honestly.
And he left Chris pretty tough.
So here we go.
So,
Just
got
leave it.
another
Just
safety
tap it
coming.
to the rail. Leave it in front of the 8 ball. He didn't hit a rail. Oh, did he?
Yeah, we got a rail.
Okay. I preferred tapping that 15 to the rail right here and letting it bounce out to here, right? So it's now not in trouble, and it makes the 8 ball difficult for your opponent.
Yeah.
Right now, there's no pressure on Logan to get anything done here, really, because that 15 is in a horrible spot for Chris.
Yeah. That didn't roll well. See, I would have preferred just nicking the 15 so it bounces out closer to the side and just leave that cue up table.
Oh, nice. Right.
Yeah,
Good
that's-
idea.
When in doubt, I leave them long.
Good idea. Leave them long and put your ball in a good
Yeah,
shootable place when you're done.
Improve position.
Yes, yes.
Delbert Seidel and Mike Hartwig. Mike goes to 5.
He's got a makeable
Derek
shot on the 2.
Delbert goes to 2. On
Get
table
a good shot on
49.
the 8. It's a little more of a chore.
And we're up to 54 live viewers on this finals match. Oh, no. That's, oh my gosh. He's repaying the, actually, no, that was,
That might be the only place on the table he can make that 12 ball from.
you're probably
See that?
right. You're right. Because anywhere else,
I mean,
you're
straight in,
scratched.
obviously, but
Anywhere else, it's a scratch shot. You're absolutely right. He's calling it. You're absolutely right. That's probably the only place where he can make the 12 ball, other than if the cue ball was like right here. Then it could make the 12 ball as well. Up in the top. But incredible, fortunate bounce there.
It's a touchy shot, but I expect Chris to give this a good, give it a good go.
Yeah.
Ooh, stroke that.
It was a good
Did not
try.
think he would stroke
Oh,
it
and he
like
got
that.
lucky. Yeah, he got
There's a
the
roll for
the
you.
pool god smiled on Chris Brogan right there, big time. And let's see if Logan has a jump shot. He's got his jump cue in hand
All right.
and chalking it up. So we are going to go airborne here. And he's got a lot of distance. I like the landing area, right? I mean, he's got a huge,
Yes.
landing spot to get full over that ball, have the cue ball bounce a couple times and settle before it makes contact with the two ball. So that does bode well for a higher percentage of success rate here. But still, any jump shot is a difficult jump, especially when you're at the 400 level. You're just kind of getting those skills honed in.
And if he manages to make a good hit,
Oh, he
which he
does get a
did.
good hit.
there was a really good chance the cue ball was ended up on this side of the table. So,
Yes.
yeah, leaving Chris a tougher shot. So,
But getting over that ball and getting a good hit on the two ball was the key there.
yeah.
And he successfully did that. So nice jump shot from Logan. Angela Carlson in the chat, streaming from Scotland.
Yes, she is. Hi, Angela. Hope you and Joshua are enjoying your trip to
And Forrest Giles in the chat, rooting on Chris.
Ireland, Scotland, England, I assume.
Oh, the Carlsons are abroad.
Yep.
Okay. Nice to know that they're tuning in. What time is it over there, Angela? Must be an evening time, I would guess. Maybe.
on
Opportunity
table
again for
57.
Logan.
Table 60.
Get back to the table and have this chance at climbing back in. This is a pivotal rack. You don't want to go down 3-0 in a race to 4.
Yeah. Tough little cut there. It's a pretty steep angle.
It is. Do you think that the 12 blocks the potential to scratch? But I don't think you're going to scratch unless you put a lot of inside English on
Yeah.
it.
You make that 8, I think you're fine.
Yeah, the cue ball just goes back and forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't quite get it, but what does he get here?
Good.
Okay, you know, the rolls went to the roll
Chris has
last
had a
time.
couple really good rolls.
You know,
this rack.
Logan was due for one.
Yeah.
Here in Lincoln City, it is 12:30 in the afternoon, and the bakery is open. Fresh rolls.
Oh.
Served daily.
Looks like he's trying to take this off that end rail, which
Table 41.
I'm sure he just wants to get a good hit. And
Oh, so he bumped the 8-ball with his cube. It's not a foul, but he has to offer the opportunity to move it back or leave it where it was. Okay, so he said move it back, which I think was right because that's a more ideal position for his opponent to pocket the 8 in the side.
Yeah.
A little bit easier. So the rules in BCA are cue ball fouls only. If you inadvertently touch another ball and it moves, it's not a foul. It's just you have to give the opponent the option to move it back where it was or leave it where it went. Now, if more than one ball moves, if you move accidentally 2 or more balls, it is a ball in hand foul, or if the cue ball moves, it's a ball in hand foul. But that didn't happen in that scenario, so there we go. Logan takes care of business there.
Nice shot of the 8-ball.
He's got a couple of people watching, gets claps there. And he makes it 2-1. So we got a game.
Yep, we got ourselves a match.
That was a pivotal rack. Logan, I wouldn't say it's a must-win, but it feels like a must-win. You don't want to go down 3-0. And so action continues here. We're going to have Chris Brogan to break next. And you are watching this live stream on the EvoSports live stream system. This is a player-run live stream system. The players have the tablet at their table. They're starting and stopping the stream, keeping score. They enter their player names, and off you go. It's a system that is out now, and it's available for bars and pool halls to have installed. We install the system. We mount the camera. We mount the tablet on the wall, and players can just come into their favorite pool hall and live stream their matches whenever they want to without having anybody there to run anything, or no technical knowledge required at all. If you can type your name, you can into the tablet, you can start a live stream. So if you are out there listening and you want to get this installed at your favorite pool hall, talk to the owner, tell them to contact us at EvoSports. And we'd be happy to give them a quote and get them set up with some information.
This is a neat idea. People certainly like to stream their matches, and the more you're on streams, the more comfortable you get with it.
Yeah,
it certainly helps.
As a fan of watching pool myself, I'm not a fan of the tripod and iPhone technique where players will set up a tripod and use their iPhone because there's no scoreboard and you don't know who's playing, and you can't really, it's not a good angle at the table.
Yeah.
And not to mention they have to use their phones. They can't, they can't text anybody or anything. And they get a phone call and it shuts it off, and
Yeah.
it's not a good solution for live streaming pool. So this is a really simple solution that bars and pool halls can implement to really improve the pool community, drive more business to their establishment, and they can also make advertising revenue off of having the system installed. We sell ads on the system that the bar and pool hall can actually make revenue from. So it's a pretty good system.
Yeah. Sounds like it's good for everybody.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody, and that's what we wanted. But really, it's a win for pool because it gets more people excited about it and passionate about the game. It allows you to share it with all of your friends and family around the world. Okay, so enough about EvoSports and back to this rack here. I don't want this to be a 30-minute commercial. This is about the players. So what's he looking at here? That's not what he wanted, obviously.
No. Trying to hit a little bit thinner.
I haven't taken anything. What do you want? Subs? Yeah. Just get the same thing as me? Yeah. Thanks. All right, my partner Justin Lee is here, and he's going to get food for me. So
What a guy.
I haven't eaten anything yet. I kind of got here, and I wasn't really hungry when I got here. Then I just started commentating and streaming, so I never actually got a chance to eat anything. So.
Yeah, I had a couple snack bars sitting on the dresser this morning. I almost grabbed them. And it's like, no, I'll be fine.
Those are
really, wish I did.
A really good idea to bring to these pool tournaments, because sometimes you get into these tournaments and you get back-to-back matches all day long, and it's just you're running from one table to the next, and you don't have time to go down to the restaurant and order a sandwich or something.
Yeah.
You got to just, have some kind of snack food in your bag.
Something light too. I mean, when you do have a short amount of time, I don't want something big. And I kind of ran into that on Tuesday. Playing in the B side, you played a lot of matches.
Yeah.
Want to snack every once in a while. Yeah. Keep playing pool.
Oh, so he hit the devil's horns there.
He did not leave much of a shot for Chris. Might be able to see that one ball in the corner. But, yeah, solids are not look. Most of them are covered. Is it still open? That's my guess. Because he's shooting a stripe. Didn't realize it was still open. All right.
Yeah, neither player has really had an opportunity to get anything started with this rack. So
yeah,
it's been open table from the start, but no longer.
Yep. Chris's stripes. There's issues on stripes and solids. So see how he manages this.
Yeah, there's no real clean, easy way to get out of this rack.
No. Okay, eyeballing that 15.
Gonna try. I think he was trying to stun back for the 9 ball next, but that's okay. He got on the 10 ball instead. Backup plan. He also has the 11. If he's looking at that
11 out of there,
I do too. I do too, because he's got a nice line on the 11 right now. I don't know that he's looking at it, but it gets it out of traffic there.
Yeah.
Nothing is over by the 10 ball impeding.
71.
Okay, overcut the
yeah.
9. That 11's been a problem all match, all
And
game long.
we were talking about it. We had the opportunity early in the rack to get that 11 out of there, and he elected to go for the 10 instead. But that was a bit of a good run there by Chris to get, keep his opponent in the chair for a little while.
Sure.
And sometimes just that helps.
I would assume he'd probably shoot the 2 because that was that the 7-3.
Yeah, 7-3.
You got to play that 7-3 combo eventually. And
the 2 gets you a little closer and a little.
I think that 2 puts you on it really well.
Yep, I agree.
And he's okay.
Forrest Giles asking. I'll get to you in a minute after this rack is over. We'll talk a little bit more about it. He's got a question about EvoSports.
A little angle on the 1, and then maybe go for the 2. I don't know.
Yeah.
See how he chooses to play it.
Yeah, you could go 1 to the 2 and then play the combo here. Not bad. I do like getting that 2 ball done as soon as you can. Oh, disaster. So Logan Metcalf with a scratch, giving Chris Brogan the exact thing that he needed right now, which is ball in hand. Ball in hand to get this thing going, but it's still no picnic. It's not real easy to get, even with ball in hand, not very easy to get from the 11 to the 9 ball. If he chooses to start with the 11, getting shape on the 9 is going to be difficult unless the easiest way for him to get position would be to take the 11 in the side pocket and roll forward. This is going to be very touchy here. I kind of prefer going to the side pocket with the 11 to roll forward for position on the 9.
Side pocket or even up table.
Yeah, because or even up this way, right?
Yeah,
to this pocket. I'm fine with that too. It's going to leave you a little more of a distant shot on the 9. The side pocket will get you the best position on the 9, but it's the harder shot. But I don't like trying to get that cue ball right inside here and trying to do something.
You can't do anything with the cue ball.
You can only the best you can get with the cue ball from that position. The best you could get would be right here.
Yeah,
it's
a very
jabby
stroke.
Yeah, it's a very jabby stroke, and the angle that he has here is going to take this cue ball up into this direction, or maybe even into this direction. It's not really going to take him towards. Even if he draws, I don't think he's going to get. Yeah. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing.
I could hear you fine.
Trying to get the commentating to work here. A little microphone issue.
Can you hear me?
Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, I guess we have the microphone working now. Not sure why it wasn't on before, but just working through some tech issues. It's all good. We're back on. This is Patrick Nix and Eric Sawyer commentating this Bronze 2 finals for you guys. Chris Brogan versus Logan Metcalf. And we are, Chris Brogan is on the hill, 3-1.
All right.
And what did I miss here, Eric, while I was
I'm back.
dealing with troubleshooting things?
Yeah. Logan tried to bank on the 8, came up a little short. Still left Chris kind of a tough shot at the 9, which he did make, and left himself a shot at the 8. So nice little out. So with the angle he had, it's a good chance he could get hooked on the 8 or tap the 8. You know, it's one of those shallow angles. Chris took care of it on the hill, 3-1.
Okay, reminder folks, again, you have 45 seconds by the time the moment is done for you to get done with your shot. 45 seconds. So, okay.
Looks like Chris shooting, aiming at the 6 ball.
Problem with slow play. Your issue is done.
Well done.
There's quite a cluster in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Couple of clusters, actually.
Looking to see if, I'm not sure if that 2 goes in the side off that stripe or not. Looks kind of skinny, so.
Yeah, but worst case scenario, it moves to a better spot than it's in right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how the 8 ball is right in the middle
Roll
of all
into
that mess.
It just roll into that pack.
Yeah, I do like that shot. Just sending that 2 ball right up into
I
there.
like this, if he's shooting at the side, because it will break out the 3-8. Okay, I didn't care for that one so much. But no harm done there. We'll see how Logan attacks this. Boy, a little pack in the middle. Is that the solid 2 stripes?
Yeah, this little pack here in the middle is a problem for everybody.
Straight
None of
might
those
go
balls.
in the corner, the low right. I'm not so sure. Yeah, I think somebody has to loosen those up.
Yeah, and it's not a bad idea to loosen up that cluster, because does that favor stripes if you loosen that cluster? I think it does, based on the position of the other cluster. So he's not going for that. He's calling the 14.
Playing the combo, I believe. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so he's opened things up there.
yeah. Looks like the 2 goes by. And that would that'd get him on the 3 nicely. Just, you know, then you have the issue with the 1 ball.
That's actually a good point. If you can maybe put a little stop shot on this and get yourself a nice little angle, keep the cue ball right here, you've got the perfect angle to go 3 to the side and nudge out that 1 ball.
Yep.
Right?
If you roll forward at all, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not available. The breakout's not available if you roll forward.
About 4 inches, I imagine.
He is looking to get getting low on this cue ball. I wonder if he was thinking about drawing into the ball right there.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in a second. Just got to fix a couple of things here. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for the feedback, Forrest. Appreciate you guys in the chat letting us know about the audio issues.
Yes, definitely. All right. Just Spin the cue ball off the 3 and play the safety. See how Logan handles this.
Yeah, there's no real good opportunity for an offensive shot here, so you have to be looking at a defense. Where do you want, how do you improve your position and not give up anything? I think those are the two things you're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Improve the position of your layout and not give up a shot. I kind of like a little dinky, kind of shot to the, the 13 ball, bring the cue ball to the rail, move the 13 up a little bit, and just go ahead and turn over the table. But you don't have to put any pace on it. Just hit it a few inches, just enough to the cue ball to get to the rail.
Yeah, bumping that 13 a little closer to that pack of 3. Probably a really good decision.
Yeah.
You're not going to leave much. Everything you leave will be up table.
Yeah, bump the 13 up. Yeah, it does help you because it gives you a better chance for the breakout shot if you need it. But he bumped it quite a bit up the table. I was kind of thinking about like straight pull. You know how you end a rack in straight pull, you want that ball to be sort of, right by, either right here or right here, so when you break the next rack, you have a really easy opportunity to come into it. That was kind of a similar scenario there.
I totally agree. Yeah, where you drew that cue ball on the left, that would have been a great place to put that 13.
Right.
Because you can break that out at several different angles.
Straight pull players are very good at those.
Chris taking aim at that 5 ball.
Okay. Draws the cue ball back for the 4. And he's going to run out of ammo here. You got to address the problem before you get all your balls in. Because I tell you what, if he ends up pocketing this 4 and then the 3 and just has the 1 left, he's in a world of hurt because unless the 1 caroms, I wonder if this is a shot. It might be too far away, but I wonder if that 1 actually can carom off of that stripe ball and go to that corner.
Huh.
Did you
overcut the? Was it 2?
Yeah, it was the 4 ball that he overcut there.
All right. Overcut that, and Logan's got several options here. Imagine he'll probably just shoot that 14 aside. At this point, it's a little early in the rack to break those out. Since he has so many balls to do that with.
Yeah, you want to wait until you have the optimal position. You don't have to do it first. They do say, address your problems early in the rack, but in this situation, you have some room to work with here. But he went early. But did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he had an angle to do that. I just, there was a scenario where you just hit that ball on the left side and it scratches.
Yeah. He got a good bump off of another ball to get to that, so it kind of helped out, but it didn't, whenever you go aggressive and you get the breakout, it's a little more unpredictable as to what you're going to be left with for another shot afterwards.
Yeah, that lead didn't do him any favors.
No.
Here, I'm just hitting that ball on the, right by the spot, the one on the right. I'm just hitting that to the, yes.
So you just want to stop the cue ball.
You
want to put a stop shot on that ball and leave the cue ball right there.
And bumping that into the rail, just hard enough to get to the rail.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I don't think he can see the ball. I didn't think he could see that in the side.
He might not have been able to, but that's actually a really good shot too.
That's fine.
Because he still almost got to exactly where I put the circle there. But unfortunately, that ball's not there to block. So, Chris does have this 4-ball available to him.
Shoot the 4, and if you could shoot the 3, there's no good path from the 3 to the 1.
You're right.
So, yeah.
The 3 does not play in the side. Even off the 11, I don't think it has a pocket. It's hard to tell from our angle, but I don't think that it does.
It is hard to see that. He might play softly.
That was a good shot from Chris.
Softly won't get you on the 1.
I'll tell you, I like his mechanics. So with that stroke, he was stayed down all the way through the shot, accelerated through the ball. That's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Shows me that he knows what to do. You know, he knows how to play. It's just a matter of you can wrangle those nerves in and keep that good stroke going. But he's also got to play the good strategy game here too.
Yeah.
In addition to having a good stroke, do you like coming off the 1 here and trying to play this cue ball somewhere like this? Do you play that shot nice and soft and try to lock him up behind the 8?
I don't think he'll go for that. One shot I'm looking at here, if you assuming the 3 doesn't go on the side, I'm almost wanting to thin the 3 and you bump that 15 on the 9.
The 11 ball, I think it is. Yeah.
Ball. Okay. Yeah, that 15's on the left. Yeah, bump that 11 for the 9.
So he's banking the 3 ball back, and he makes it.
Okay.
So he makes the bank, and now the safety is much easier. The one that I was just drawing up a second ago, it's much easier because you're so much closer.
I like that safety a lot.
Right?
You're right. I don't like it from down table.
Yeah, I did. It was harder to control, but because if you can come off that 1 and leave that cue ball right there, that's a game-winning shot, a match-winning shot.
Yep.
But it's got to be executed very soft and gently, because if you bump the 8 out, you're giving up some opportunities, but not a real good opportunity. As long as even if you bump the 8 out from behind, you're really not selling out anything easy.
See the 10, I think that is. I mean, that's a rough cut of table. Or I'm just thinking the one on the left.
14.
He bumped. 14. Okay. Seems like I could tell the 15 and the 13. The others are a mystery, I guess.
Yeah, we got the 9 over here on the right side.
12.
And that's the purple 12 over here.
And
oh, look at this. Absolutely perfect. He could not have executed that safety any better. He followed my line.
Yes.
Don't know if he was watching on it. I don't know if he was looking back at his phone to see what are they drawing up for me on this next shot. But yeah, great shot. Well executed. Had to be gently stroked and just babied in there, and that could be a match winner here. Let's see what happens.
If he gets a good hit at this angle, he'll probably won't leave him much.
If it comes full into it, he's going to leave him a shot. So Chris getting very rewarded for his strategic safety play and good execution on that save. He's getting a big reward. I think he has a slight angle on this 1, which will allow the cue ball to come off this rail and back up a little bit.
This one's so important. Just pocket speed on this ball.
Yeah, you almost don't even want to think about the leave. Don't worry about the leave. Just worry about the shot speed, right? Your aim and your speed. Everything else will take care of itself.
It just drops into the pocket easily. You'll have a shot at the 8.
And he does, and he's got the perfect shot on the 8.
Yep. That will work.
And Chris Brogan to take the first set 4-1 with this 8 ball, and we're going to a double dip scenario.
Yes, indeed.
And they're going to start